And that breaking news is a 76-year-old camper who had been missing for 4 days. He's found alive. Thank you for joining us for 12 News at 4. I'm Troy Hayden.
And I'm Tram Mai. 12 News journalist Jade Cunningham is live near I-17 and Bloody Basin Road where Mark Young was found. What happened, Jade?
Yeah, I mean, truly an amazing story. You know, just before 2 o'clock this afternoon, we received word that Young was found and that he was going to be airlifted for medical attention. I'm working with the public information officer of Yavapai County to learn and confirm more details at this time. So we are getting details by the minute about this rescue. But again, still working for information, and it is amazing that after 4 days that this man was found alive. Now, according to families and authorities, Young was camping in a remote part of this area near I-17 and Bloody Basin Road. He had a dinner scheduled for Friday and did not show up, which is when family reported him missing and that search began. The Yavapai County Sheriff's Office had multiple search teams out here since. They even called in other agencies, including Maricopa and Coconino counties, to come help. It was all hands on deck. On Saturday, they actually found his vehicle. There were other personal belongings that they found throughout search efforts. So they were very hopeful that he was going to be found, and they were hoping, of course, that he was going to be found alive. We do know that this was a very difficult rescue operation. We spoke with Lieutenant Chuck Owens earlier as the search was underway today. He told me that the biggest challenge with this search overall was the terrain.
Right now we have a lot of drone assets and a lot of air assets that can cover some of it, but because of kaibab trees being the foliage of kaibab trees, they can't see underneath it. So we have to have people physically go up to every single tree, every single shrub, look up underneath.
Now, I was also able to speak with one of Young's 7 kids earlier this morning as they were getting ready to search, because all 7 kids were involved actively with their father's search. And they tell me that Young was very familiar with this area. He also served 2 tours in Vietnam, and that he is the toughest man they know. So they were all very hopeful that that would help with finding him alive. And thankfully, he was found alive. Now, I am told that he has 7 kids, 30 grandchildren, so you can rest assured tonight that this family is very thankful for all the efforts made by search and rescue teams. I'm also just learning new information too that he was found responsive. So that's definitely some good news as well, though his condition is still unknown at this time. Stay with 12 News. We will continue to follow this story. Reporting live, Jay Cunningham, 12 News.
And Jay, that is remarkable, truly, considering that terrain there. That doesn't even look like there's a whole lot of shade, not to mention the temperatures. It was so hot over the weekend. Mm-hmm.
It was very hot, but I also asked, you know, when I was speaking with search and rescue crews, that they told me that the weather actually worked in their favor because, you know, there's a really nice breeze. So it's not too hot over here, though it is obviously very sunny. And then in the evening hours, it didn't get too cold, which would help with search and rescue. And then obviously hopeful for a recovery as well with Mr. Young. So, yeah, you know, the weather definitely worked in their favor.
And what gets me is, you know, when you go camping, and he was supposed to meet people, right, Friday night, wasn't it Friday night? So you only usually bring enough supplies to last as long as you're going to be camping. So he was able to get enough water to last him 4 days.
Which is, you know, again, one of the things they were talking about, his background and his experience with this area. Again, they said he was very familiar with this area. He obviously had a military background, so they were hopeful that because of that, he would have packed maybe far more supplies than he necessarily needed, which obviously would be handy in a situation like this.
So tough. Wow. Truly incredible. Thank you, Jade.
Thanks, Jade.